1992, opening the mainstream door to grunge. Though it was only supposed to go for about $800,000 max, the guitar, the Fender guitar Kurt Cobain wooed the music world with, sold at auction last month for $4.5 million. Clearly, people have a thing for Fender, and luckily Fender has a thing for California and making some of the most distinctive music makers right here. I'm joined now by Fender's Executive Vice President Ed McGee and the President of the California Manufacturers and Technology Association, Lance Hastings. Gentlemen, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning.
Ed, Fender has a storied history, to say the least, and the Golden State is very much bound up in that history.
Yes, ma'am. I'll start this off with a little story. So when our CEO, Andy Mooney, came aboard almost 7 years ago, Phyllis Fender, Leo's wife, shared a story with him. She said that Leo, in one of his more reflective moments, said that he felt that artists were angels, and it was his job to give them wings to fly.
Oh.
Fender's been making guitars in Southern California for over 75 years, and through our partnership with CMTA, we look forward to making guitars and innovating for at least the next 75 years.
Wow. And for anybody who doesn't already know, the Leo you're talking about is Leo Fender, who started the whole shebang. Now, you already have 1,000 people working for your operation in California, and you've recently made the decision to really double down on making guitars here and expand. So many companies complain that California is forcing them out because it just costs so much money to do business here. So why stay and get bigger?
Well, so Southern California is part of the fabric of our brand. It's part of who we are, and certainly the logo of Leo, as you mentioned a little earlier, is tied. We have roots in Southern California, and we want to continue to innovate in the space. We want to continue to manufacture here in California because, authenticity is really what makes the Fender brand Fender. And manufacturing in Southern California is where authentic Wings for Angels come from.
Look at that. Well, Lance, this expansion is a feather in the cap of the CMTA. You've been at the helm since 2019 over some very rocky years for all kinds of manufacturing operations with pandemic slowdowns. What have you been working on to make the business environment here more hospitable?
Well, we've been trying to do a lot of things, and particularly with COVID, we've been struggling because of the 2 years of reduced economic activity. And we're seeing now the next couple of months and certainly into next year as a real ripe opportunity for manufacturing to really demonstrate what we do best, and what we do best is innovate. And I think having Fender be a new member of CMTA, being born out of innovation right here in California, it really helps us tell that story that we can think about it here, we can design it here, and we can make it here, and then we can sell it worldwide. And if we can continue to sell the promise that is California through its manufacturing as the #1 output state in the country, I think our future is really bright. But we do need some partnership with the state government as well as local governments to really help improve the environment for manufacturing to continue and thrive here in California.
Now, you said something very interesting there, the #1 output state in the country. People don't necessarily think of California as a big manufacturing state, but with the supply chain crisis and things like the baby formula shortage, minds across the country, all the way to the White House, are kind of refocused on what we can make right here in this country and meet our own needs. Now, Lance, have you seen interest increasing in making things in California?
Indeed. In fact, a lot of folks in the country are looking to domesticize our supply chain. It's not easy, though, because we do live in a global economy, and that's something that's really very important for everyone to understand. But it's the ability to move goods and services around the world and around the country that I think are going to really define the next period of time for us. And we're looking at a 5 to 10 year horizon. And I would imagine once the port crisis comes to a conclusion and we start to see a little bit more free flowing of goods, that's going to help us. But now I think the average person is much more focused on their supply chain. And of course, they're seeing rising costs and inflation, all of which are related. And we're going to go through a little rough patch, I think, for the remainder of 2022. But it's that promise and excitement of 2023 that gets me excited and out of bed every day, because the opportunities here for California, not only the #1 output state, we have 1.3 million workers in the manufacturing sector, and we obviously pay very good wages. So we have a very good story to tell here in California.
Lots for people to look forward to as you talk about 2023. And Ed, for managers of another company that's maybe in the startup phase, or when looking at California as a place to be, what would you say to them about doing business here? And when can we look for these other jobs to be added at Fender?
Sure. I mean, it's always an interesting challenge in manufacturing because we deal with challenges all the time. But I think the most important thing for me is you want to work in communities that make it easy to do business, and you've got a partner. And I think those are two critical elements. We've worked very closely with the city and state officials in Corona. They've been absolutely Corona, California. They've been absolutely wonderful. That's where our major manufacturing facility is in the U.S. And we need to solve problems together. I mean, the first three words of the Constitution are "we the people." And when we work together, we can solve big problems. When we work together, we can build things in America. And I think we need to see more of that across the board.
All righty, lots more beautiful music to be made out of Southern California. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you.